In a small village in Delta State, Madame Sophia was everyone's favorite. Plump, beautiful, and always smiling, her skin gleamed like oil under the sun. She sold bunga rice, and people swore it was the sweetest in the entire region. Every day, customers filled her shop, drawn by aromas that drifted streets away. "Madame Sophia, this rice too sweet," villagers would exclaim. She'd laugh softly. "Nah, God hand my food." Even when other markets sat empty, her store overflowed. People spent their last naira for just one plate. Rival sellers complained bitterly. "This woman must be using juju," one muttered. "No food fits sweet like that on its own." But no one could prove anything. Even the village chief ate from her shop regularly. Still, something seemed strange. No one had ever seen Sophia eat her own rice. When asked, she simply said, "I don't like rice." Two young girls helped her, Zanab and Halima. Halima was quiet and shy. Zanab was sharp and curious, always asking questions. One afternoon, while cleaning the big black pot, Zanab noticed red marks inside, stains that refused to wash away. "Maybe it's just palm oil," Halima suggested when Zanab mentioned it. But Zanab's suspicions grew. She noticed the pot was always mysteriously hot before Sophia started cooking. And when Sophia stirred the rice, she whispered words under her breath. One evening, Sophia sent the girls home early. "I'll wash everything myself." Halima left happily, but Zanab hesitated. She'd seen this pattern before, certain nights when Sophia dismissed them early. Her instincts screamed something was wrong. That night, Zanab pretended to leave but hid behind the store. Under the bright moon, she waited, heart pounding. Eventually, Sophia emerged, locked the door, lit a lamp, and began humming a slow, eerie song. Zanab peeped through a crack in the wall. What she saw made her blood freeze. Sophia stood before the black pot, whispering strange incantations. She pulled out a menstrual pad and squeezed it into the food. The rice turned darker, bubbling despite no fire beneath it. Zanab gasped, quickly covering her mouth. The smell was strong, sweet, and deeply unnatural. She ran home, shaking uncontrollably. She didn't sleep that night. The next morning, Zanab didn't come to work. When Halima asked about her, Sophia merely smiled. Maybe she'd go visit her people. But Halima's heart grew heavy. That same morning, the pot was already boiling, though no one had lit the stove. As days passed, strange things happened. People began dreaming about bunga rice, shouting in their sleep, "I want bunga rice!" In their dreams, Sophia smiled and whispered, "Eat, my child." They woke weak but ravenously hungry for her food again. Halima noticed Sophia's eyes now shone red in sunlight. Sometimes, when Sophia stirred the pot, Halima thought she saw faces in the rice, people calling for help. One rainy night, unable to sleep, Halima heard humming outside. She saw a faint light from Sophia's store. Fear couldn't hold her back this time. She crept through puddles to the window and looked inside. Sophia stood over the pot, hands raised, a red cloth glowing in her grip. The pot bubbled violently without fire. "Let them eat and remember me," Sophia whispered. Halima gasped and stumbled backward, falling in mud. Sophia's head snapped around, their eyes meeting through the window. Halima ran, heart pounding like drums. By morning, the rain had stopped. Sophia's store opened as usual, sweet smells filling the air. But on the wall beside her door, written in red oil, were 3 words, "The Hunger Lives." After Zanab's disappearance, the village briefly mourned, then forgot. Sophia's food was too delicious to care about anything else. Then Tamo arrived, a visitor from the city, staying with his uncle, the village priest. When he smelled Sophia's food, he joked, "This aroma fit weak person." The first spoonful changed his expression. It tasted impossibly good, almost unreal. He began eating there daily, sometimes just talking with Sophia. She liked him too. But Tamoa soon noticed disturbing patterns. The same people came every day, even those with no money. Some borrowed, some sold possessions, just to buy food. After eating, their eyes turned glassy, as if half asleep. One night, passing the market late, Tamoa saw Sophia's store glowing faintly. He crept closer and heard her humming, saw her shadow dancing as she stirred. Something about the scene made his skin crawl. "Uncle, something about that woman is not normal," he told the priest the next morning. The priest frowned. "We have all felt it, but everyone is too afraid to talk." Hunger is a strong spirit. When people find food that fills their soul, they no longer question how it's made. Tamoa questioned Halima about Zanab. The girl's hands shook. Zanab saw something she shouldn't have. After that night, she vanished. That night, under a full moon, Tamoa hid behind a mango tree near the market. Around midnight, Sophia emerged wearing her red wrapper, carrying an oil lamp. She walked toward the stream. Tamoa followed carefully. At the water's edge, Sophia knelt and chanted strange words. The air grew cold. The water glowed faintly red. She brought out a pad from black cloth and squeezed it over the water. "River Mother, bless my food," she whispered. "Let them eat and never stop." Tamoa's eyes widened. He stepped on a dry stick. Crack! Sophia froze. "Who's there?" Her eyes glowed in the darkness. Tamoa ducked behind the tree, holding his breath. Sophia laughed eerily. "Curiosity will feed you too," she murmured, disappearing into shadows. Tamoa ran to the priest's hut. "We need proof. Something the people can see." They devised a plan with Halima. That night she hid a phone behind the cooking pot, hands trembling as she pressed record. They forced her to carry her pot through the village while people threw sand and shouted. At the village square, she collapsed, confessing everything. "I wanted everyone to love my food. The river goddess told me to feed people with my blood to make them hunger for me. I killed Zanab because she found out." The chief raised his hand. "You are banished from Delta State. Never return." As Sophia was dragged away, she turned one last time. "You can chase me away, but you can't chase hunger. It will always find someone new." She disappeared into the forest, pot still steaming. Weeks later, Halima opened her own store, clean and honest. "This rice is pure," she promised. Slowly, people learned to trust again. Her food became famous not through magic, but through hard work and heart. Tamoa eventually returned to the city, satisfied he'd saved the village. But travelers passing through neighboring towns reported seeing a woman selling rice by the roadside, a sweet, strange smell in the air. When asked her name, she simply smiled. "Call me Madame Rosette."